Talking. Oh, look, we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Messy Monday on a very, very cold and windy day down here in the great state of Georgia. How are you guys doing this evening? Y'all doing all right? Yeah. I'm wearing my Bricksmith shirt today. In fact, in honor of Mr. Bricksmith, who is not feeling so well. We're going to change the logo up here on the corner here. There we go. Hey, look, you Bricksmith again. Woo! So just a shout out. Just praying for Bricksmith. Hopefully he is feeling better. Talked to him today, and he's still feeling a little rough. So we just for hoping he gets better soon. He and Brittany both have COVID and confirmed, and so they need. We're just concerned for them. Hope they feel better and get back to feeling normal soon. So let's see. Hang on, I haven't got. Let me mute this. All right. But anyway, so how are you guys doing? Y'all doing all right? Let's go around the room and see what's up. Matthew, tell us about why you are all in love with France today.
So there was a guy that does structures, and he made a building, and he calls his structures New Century Block. He's a Finnish designer, and he does beautiful work. Well, he had a building where he used this Scala piece against the colored background, and so it just really made the lattice work look gorgeous on the building. And so I was jealous and envious, and I wanted to copy his technique. So I looked around, and there were two of these on Bricklink, and so I ordered two of them. I ordered the entire Bricklink inventory like 6-7 days ago. Well, one of them showed up today with this lovely packaging, totally covered with postage stamps. So
nice.
It's from France. So always a little fun to get exotic foreign parts. And I was already paying like 24 euros for shipping. I also got some of these transparent. There we go. Transparent red window panes. I have no idea.
Some of those are great.
And the green rubber ducky, which I think came with a CMF. I don't remember.
Yep.
Them. And everybody needs a bathtub.
Nice.
Ooh, bathtub.
Hey, I have one of those. I have two of those actually.
And someday I hope to do a zoo. So their store happened to have the Duplo bear. So, I don't know, having fun. With,
Brom just says you announced your address to the entire world with holding that up.
My address is easily findable with a simple Google search, so it's not exactly a secret.
Yeah.
So the other one of these that I ordered, I get a message today from the German seller. They didn't have it in stock, and they said that they had tried to locate another one to satisfy my order, and they said that when they looked on Bricklink, there were none to be found, and I was like, yeah, because I ordered all of them in the world. That's why you can't find anymore. Oh, well.
You have cornered the market. So in Europe was the only place you could find them?
There were no Americans. There were only two worldwide, and they were both in
Yeah,
Europe.
all the Scala pieces I've gotten that I use for doing some sort of cyberpunk retro build, I can only get them in Europe. And even the Belleville pieces of the lattice, I can only find them in quantities in Europe, particularly the Netherlands and Germany.
I don't know why that is.
Apparently, it was popular.
We need to get
Scala was way more popular in Europe, I think, than it ever was here.
I think clearly we need a European correspondent for the show.
Yeah, I don't know any Europeans. Although Sarah Starbricks comes through, I know she's from America, but her husband is from.
What about Danish space program person?
He's not Danish. He's American.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
That's Greg. He's in Ohio, I think, or Illinois.
Oh, okay.
Danish space because Lego is Danish.
He's near
I
Maddie.
assumed
So.
he was Danish.
What about Martin from Alabama?
That's the closest we got.
He's Alabamian.
I think the closest you're going to get is me from Quebec. So.
Okay. Okay, I got to tell you this story. There was a family that came and visited the church I used to serve at. Their name was Furner, Furner, right?
Oh no.
And so being in the South, I was excited, kind of stuff. So I was telling a friend, I was like, "Hey, did you meet the Furners? They're new here at the church." He goes, "What country are they from?" I was like,
Well, they're
"No,
foreigners.
no, his name is their name is Furner, not Furner."
I totally took me a moment to get that.
You know what? Brom was born in Belgium. That's right.
All right, Brom.
Brom. Let's see who's over before we keep going around. We have a few folks in the chat tonight. Brick Bunnies TV is here. Scott H510 is here. Seth Burian. Is that it? Or is that how you say it? I'm not reading. Very well. Brom is here. Glad to have you here. And some of the folks in the chat are in the chat. Brad K, man. How are you? Good to see you here. All right. So let's get to Ms. Meredith. I know she may be scooting out for a meeting. How are you this evening?
Yeah, another fun 7 o'clock call. We're good. We've been spending money. We got Ninjago City came last week, the gardens. Got one of the Lunar New Year sets. And then we ordered the blacksmith shop today. Granted, I know Lego took a long time to get me the gardens because I know they're moving slow. And then I've become addicted to the Bricklink store in Germany called Brickkina. What they do is
I know that one.
I love it. It's flat 20 euro shipping, but I think there's an interval. It's like every couple of weeks they start parts off. All the parts are new out of like they're parting out sets. So they have all these new fresh elements, and it starts off at the Bricklink average, and then every 2 weeks it goes down by 15%, and then the max it will go is 75% off.
Whoa!
And they just have a massive load of part, and it's all new elements. So I store old elements, so I don't have a lot of new stuff. So I'm a little addicted to them, even though it takes 2 weeks to get here. But I ordered like unfortunately a couple $100 of stuff, so it felt like I was it's $20 shipping, so I gotta get what I want.
If you want to split that shipping, I would go in for an order next time.
I'll let you know because literally Brian was watching stuff and we put in another order earlier because he wanted some Technic stuff, but he was waiting for it to get to 75% off.
Okay.
I'm addicted to it. It's just like thinks that it's in Germany and it's gonna take 2 weeks, but they just every week or so they just dump all these fresh parts in there. So I was pretty addicted to that. So that's what we've been addicted to that Bricklink store. And then here I'm upstairs, so I don't have my my build going, but I will show Sure.
So tell me the name of this site again.
Brickkina. It's a Bricklink store.
Can you pop a link in?
I will in 1 second. And there is it showing my mid-century modern frame?
There it is. Oh
wow.
So that's what we worked on it a lot this weekend because it was rainy. But as you can see, as Matthew says, I can't get any more of those lattice pizzas in the U.S. So I have the remainder of them to go up to the top, coming from the Netherlands, and they're supposed to be here later this week. So trying to mix up diversify the styles of Heart Lake City to do a little mid-century modern. And I was like, man, I'm running out of pink. I'm gonna have a bricksmith problem here.
It looks like a gigantic candy cane so far, like the base of a candy cane. I'm kind of loving it.
I was trying to get like that stacked stone, but if they got the stone like a granite slab, because there's actually a building that looks just like this where I grew up in upstate New York. It was the state capitol's administration building, and there was 4 of them, and they had this stacked stone running up or marble running up the sides of the building like that. So I was trying to attempt to do. So we'll see. I've gotten all the back and front done before this, but then with just glass running up the back, but running out of lattice.
It's absolutely fabulous.
When you assemble that, do you consciously try to mix it up? Do you randomize it, or do you just kind of eyeball it as you're doing it?
I mean, I'm just always trying to randomize it. So
it's absolutely killer. That's amazing.
And I had to use Nick, unfortunately, to support the stupid pieces of Lego.
Well, I'm hoping maybe you'll have it. Hope you'll have it on hand for Thursday. So
We'll be out there for Thursday. I can't be downstairs right now, so.
I got you. All right.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're here. I'll put it in the private chat.
cool. And you guys were talking about our British Alabamian, and he has shown up. What is going on, Martin? How are you doing today?
I'm good, thanks. Yeah, I have this little alert that pops up if people start talking about me online. And I know it's going to boom and say hello. Now I want to know without having to go to YouTube and what we're talking about. But Meredith, I love that building. I think I saw you put it on Instagram yesterday. Is that right?
Yeah, it will hopefully be in much better condition with my orders coming from the Netherlands this week.
Someone said it looks like a gigantic candy cane. If you have that out and show somewhere, and when the world returns to what we think is normal, you're going to have to watch out for little kids running up and trying to lick it like a giant candy cane.
Strawberry candy cane.
Yeah.
It's so delicious.
Anyway.
So what's going on in your world, man?
Not much. Just got done walking the dog, and I just put the kettle on. So hopefully my wife will turn up with a cup of tea. I left a hint. I was like, "Can you just let me know when the kettle's done?" And walked upstairs with my laptop. She's like, "Well, it only takes about 5 minutes." I said, "Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'll be upstairs." So hoping I get some tea service today. I've got kids at home, so I've been working from home again, and I got kids at home, and so I think I deserve a treat every once in a while.
That is the most culturally diverse thing that's ever been said. I'll put my kettle on, and I have tea and the whole thing. I love it.
You were just saying you wanted like a European correspondent, and I think he just covered like all of it for you there.
Done. There you go. So,
Martin, is it considered Irish tea if you put whiskey in it, like Irish coffee is, or is it just tea with whiskey, or is it just whiskey at that point?
Remembering I'm English, not Irish, we'd say that's alcoholic. That's what
All right. Okay.
There's
But,
no
I think
tension
it's
between those
Irish,
nations
so-
historically at all.
None. No.
But no, they do. The Irish do things better than us. They have a whole lot more fun with life than we do. We're just miserable and boring and complain about pain that we know is going to happen every day. And they're like, "The world's amazing. This is lovely. Let's try this." So, I've never had my tea that way though. So,
And neither have I. I was just asking.
yeah.
Because
There's a YouTuber that I've become a big fan of, and he has a series called Lost in the Pond, and it's about cultural differences between England and the United States. And so he's a Brit who married an American and moved to Indiana, and he talks about things that absolutely dumbfounded him when he came to the United States. So it's highly entertaining, and he has a wry sense of humor. So
Right.
you might enjoy it, or you might be like, "Yeah, I already know all that stuff because I moved to America." But
So I mean to watch that. Someone else has mentioned that to me from stage. The most amazing, like awkward thing for me ever was like people just talk to me who I don't know and are just going to keep talking. I'm like, I don't know you and I don't know what I should say. Are you going to steal me? Are you trying to mug me or rob me? That was always a challenge. But then I realized everyone's just really friendly, and that's how we all should. So
when I went to England in 2001, my spouse said, "When you get on the train, you just can't start talking to strangers. That's not how British people are."
yeah, that's true. Just leave us alone. Yeah, you got to understand though. It's like we just want our own space, and we're being forced next to each other. And please don't make it awkward by opening up a conversation, because then I feel like we have to continue forever. We don't want to be rude and stop it, and that's part of it. It's not that we don't want to talk. We don't want to open the conversation. So, yeah.
what's the swan situation like in London?
The Swan. I'm not up to date at the moment because I haven't been able to travel back to check on all my swans yet. But so what is the deal? Because she's got her swans at the big palace gardens outside Buckingham Palace, right? There's some people swans.
Not yet, almost. But
Here in Alabama, they Shakespeare Garden, and they brought in a bunch of, I guess, English swans. I don't know. And I think they started hanging out with the Canadian geese, and we've got like hybrid animals flying in the skies. So, but not completely sure.
Not like the German ones you tangled.
I can take a German swan, no problem. I'm maybe when I travel and I'm abroad, I'm gonna see how the old English swan do against the old Macawy. We'll see what happens.
Fantastic.
Hey, we got some new folks in the chat. Red Carnage is here. Murtaugh's Bricks is here. What's up, man? Let's see. Alyssa is here. Hi. How are you? Hi, friends. That's awesome. Good to have you here. Dude Jude is always a blessing to have you here. The man, the myth, the legend is here. Listening in. Bricksmith is here. Wait, hang on. We got the Bricksmith, the Pink Bucket Nation symbol up for you, man. And here I will just celebrate some Bricksmith. So we are thinking and praying about you, man. Hoping you are doing well, feeling better today, and hoping to hear that you are beating this thing back. Rich Seamus is here in the side here. Won't get my high-speed internet until Friday. Okay. All right. He's in the move-in. Jeff Van Winden has joined us. We'll get to him in just a second. Classic Bricks is here in the chat as well. So we're glad you all are joining us on a cold and for many snowy day. Hey, Nathan, we'll go to you next anyway. You got some snow up there, and you have one of our two Canadians. We need to hear if y'all have snow.
So we haven't had a lot more snow since the last time I was on the show, but it snowed a little bit, and it's been the last few days have been brutally cold. I don't know what it converts to, but it was minus 20 here last night Celsius. So I don't know, probably around 0 or something for you guys, but yeah, it's been pretty cold.
Wow.
And, yeah, that's about it. I've been hunkered down in the basement playing video games and sorting Lego. My current sorting Lego project is basically reassembling all of my son's childhood sets that I'm not allowed to claim because they were gifts and from family and whatnot. So I'm regathering all the pieces and stashing them away for him. So yeah, lots of sorting, much sorting.
Many sortings. I got you.
Many sortings are going on.
Many sortings. Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. It's one of those things I needed to buckle down and do some sorting, and then I had an idea on building this, and more comes out of the drawers and gets more unsorted, and while I'm trying to build. So that happens. Anyway,
every time.
I know Gil's not. I don't know if Gil's going to join us tonight. Another resident Canadian. He said they got zilch. I mean, he's not that far from you guys, right? So.
No,
he's in Toronto, so he's about 5 hours from
so,
Nathan, 2 hours from me.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
I mean, it's only the second largest country in the world. You know, they're all next door to each other.
Yeah, we're all next door to each other.
Well, yeah. There's 35 billion or million of you in Canada, which is huge, and there's 11 million of us in Georgia. So we're all,
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty funny. We're very spread out. I think it's about the same distance to New York City as it is to Toronto. So.
Really?
California has about the same number of people as Canada.
Yep.
Just California.
But
I can't imagine living that close to so many people.
That's why you have Lego rooms.
Yes.
Speaking of Canadians, what's up, Jeff Van Winden? How are you?
Good.
Jeff, hi.
Okay. Just finishing up a major reorganization in my Lego room. So yeah, it's been a busy weekend. I hadn't really had a chance to actually relax. I think I, probably watched 3 or 4 TV episodes over the entire week, which normally I would watch a lot more. But yeah, as I was just finishing up my organization or my reorg, I came up with an idea for a mock, which will be I've got a couple of classic space models that I've built over the years, and I thought of building basically a hanger type setting that I can put them all in that will sit right into the shelf, and then I can use that as a display model at shows and stuff too. Sweet. So I got the measurements, so I'm going to work on that later on.
As a sorting nerd, how did you reorganize your collection?
For this reorganization was just basically expanding some of the bins to hold parts that were new. I also swapped out old Rubbermaid bins that I was using for these Home Depot these Home Depot ones that are kind of above my head. So I now use bins, this Tough series, TUFF series bins from the Home Depot, plain old bins, which are on this row, and then these are bead organizing bins here. And that just looks weird when I'm doing that with my finger. Anyway. So, but yeah, basically my collection now fits nicely in, like everything fits. It's like a system now where there's not any odd size bins. Everything's the same size. So I'm really enjoying it, and I managed to get everything to fit. I've thrown pictures up on my Instagram and Facebook pages if anybody is interested.
I think I've seen those filtering through. So
yeah.
So amazing, man. You are definitely the most organized between me and you for sure, but pretty amazing. So wait, can I get you a work visa and you would come down here and sort all this with that?
I enjoy sorting. 5.5 years ago, I separated from my wife at the time, I'm divorced now. But I went to go stay with Janie. She was about 2 hours away from me. So I'd go up for half the week. I'd stay with her. I'd be up at Janie's place, and half the week I was with my kids. So we were just kind of switching out every half week. And while I was at Janie's, I basically started sorting like totes and totes and totes of Lego, and I found it very relaxing. I still do. Just you don't need to think necessarily. You know, you can just clear your mind. You just sit around and talk to people. It was a great experience. I love doing that. So if I'm ever down in Georgia or anywhere, someone wants me to sort, I'll help out. Why not?
Okay, so you could come down here and sort all this. Is that what you're saying?
All this? How much time have I got? No.
You can hang out a couple months. You'd be fine. That'd be great. All the relaxation. This would be the best vacation you ever had, right here.
We'll see. I definitely want to come down there at some point, and sure, I'll help you sort some stuff.
That'd be cool. Gosh, you guys came down for Brick South when we did that. That was 2004 or 5 or something like that.
Yeah, about that. Yeah. Me and Greg Highland came down.
Cool deal. All right, let's check in with Jeff. What's going on, Jeff?
He's muted.
Not a whole lot. I've been going through that lot that I got a while ago, so I've been doing a bunch of things. I found some Fableland stuff, which was kind of random and weird.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know, man. Like I don't know. So I've been doing that. I've been going through boxes of stuff from when I moved and like finding random things. I've shown that I've been working on an X-Wing that I found in a box every time that I've been on camera this week. So go see it there. I don't know.
Hey, Jeff. Hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
Are you missing the R2 for that?
No, I'm missing the canopy.
Let me take a look. I've had a lot of them.
Oh, I've got a few of those.
Those wings are backwards, dude.
Wings are backwards.
Nerds.
Have you never seen an X-Wing before?
I don't follow Stargate.
Yeah, perfect. Good answer. Best answer.
They probably are backwards. That might explain a few things. Huh. Well, anywho, so I've been doing that apparently wrong. So, and I'm also getting ready for this week. This week is going to be a very long week for Jeff. So tonight at 9 Eastern, I'm going to be remocking my police station, which is taking it all apart. Tomorrow at noon, I'll be on Beyond the Brick for their quarantine cast. And then Tuesday at 9 Eastern, I'll be remocking my police station. Wednesday, I'll be doing Brick Smith's Ultimate Builds, if he's up for it or not. And at 9 o'clock Eastern, I'll be remocking my police station. And then Thursday, I'll be doing Old Gray Bricks. And then at 9 o'clock Eastern, I'll be remocking my police station. And then Friday, I'll be playing... Friday, I'll be playing in a Dungeons and Dragons game, so I won't be remocking my police station. But Saturday, before I start my other Dungeons and Dragons game, I'll be remocking my police station.
So, what are you remocking it into?
I am rebuilding it because I hate the way it looks. I hate the L shape that it has, so I'm going to make it a tower with a side garage and a helicopter landing port.
Oh, sweet. So, are you talking about the which police station are you talking about?
My police station that I built.
Oh, I got you. Now I know what you're talking about.
All right. Okay. So, camera, don't fail me now.
Oh, actually, let it drop. That would be hilarious.
Cool. Fantastic. Good. Fantastic. That's good. That's what I wanted to happen. All right. So, you see that thing up there?
Yes.
Great. Fantastic. Good. Everything's fine.
We're all fine down here. How are you?
We're all fine down here. So, all right. See the police station? It's going to become a big tower, and it's going to have a side garage.
Cool deal. That sounds fun. We lost Meredith. Meredith had to go on her business call. Glad she dropped in. Let's see. Maddie, what is up in your world today? Muted. You're muted.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm muted. I'm always muted. It's okay. Sorry. I've been working on piecing together some old family sets. So that's kind of what I spent today doing. Put together this guy. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. It's the Harry Potter 4706. Something Secret Corridor. Has that Fluffy in it. Pretty cool.
Fluffy's worth a little bit of scratch too, right?
Yeah, he's worth a lot, but ours is broken because I totally remember how that happened. We got into a fight, and this ended up being thrown at a wall or something. So, you know, when you have 4 brothers and a sister, and people who want to play Lego, not a good scene. So I've been working on that and trying to keep up with. I guess the social media stuff, but I'm realizing it's taking a lot more out of me than I wanted it to. So I might take a break soon. But that's it. That's all I'm doing.
Cool. So yeah, you have hit quite a number of online shows, and you and Jeff are going to partner up for a comedy routine TikTok thing. Is that correct?
Yeah, so I've been making these funny stories out of Lego that have happened to my own personal family, and I realized that there's not very many left to go. Like I probably have like 4 or 5 more, but Jeff has some great stories to add to this, like the fighting of the swan, right? That was one. And the eating of the steak. That was another one. That is
3 times, 3 T-shirts. Picture up on 3 times.
3 72-ounce steaks, which is very impressive. And I've been to that restaurant before, and I know that challenge because my boyfriend at the time tried to do that, and he couldn't do it, and ended up having to pay like $150 for the steak. So Jeff doing it 3 times in a row. That's pretty impressive. Like,
wow.
Not at once. It was so when I was traveling between Arizona and Oklahoma, that was the place that I would stop. Like it didn't matter what time or whatever it was. Like I remember I moseyed in there like one night. It was the second time that I got the steak, like ate it all. And like the manager person remembered me and they were like, "Oh." And I was like, "Yeah."
It's you again.
So I ate the steak, and then I left. I left a tip for the lady that served me, and the guy was like, "So what happens if you don't win?" And I just kind of paused and was like, "That's never been a thought, sir."
Wait, Jeff, I have a question about that eating the steak situation because, I'm new to eating meat again, but like, how did it feel? Like having so much meat.
Oh, absolutely terrible. I immediately vomited outside. It was not a good time.
Oh my god.
And I'm a pack-a-day smoker, so like that heavy feeling in my chest, and then
oh no.
It was not a good time. So I went outside and then found a convenient trash can, and then all of that steak was gone, and then I was kind of hungry again. So that was.
But at least it was
so you went back in and tried again? Is that
No. I left.
That was dessert.
Yeah.
Oh,
But,
my
so I
God.
was chugging water and eating steak. Water, steak. Then like I had like this much steak left, and I took the roll and made myself a sandwich out of it, and then dipped that in water, and then nom 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 nom.
Well, you know what the advice is here. This is something for anyone who's out there and has been sick throwing up. Like, you don't want to drink ice cold water because that will just make your stomach more upset. You want to drink the lukewarm, like tepid water, and you're good.
I went to the gas station across the street and was like, "Hey, can I use your restroom?" I've got like stink chucks all over my shirt. That was not a good time. It was like steak in the beard and everything else. And the guy was like, "Yeah." So I went to the bathroom and I just like turned the tap water on and waited. And then I was just like guzzling water like a horse would out of a trough. I've had a lot of misadventures in my life.
Same here. We should team up and we should do like a show together where we just talk about all the crazy things that have happened in our lives. Well, let me just throw an example. I one time slept in a bathroom at an airport for 26 hours. I slept in a handicap bathroom for 26 hours because I had a layover and I didn't want to pay for a hotel. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pop a squat in the handicap stall and just unload my suitcases, change, and do whatever I need to do and take a nap on the floor. So I did that.
Can I just say, let me just, for the record, you are the first person, and I'm surprised, but you are the first person to use the phrase, and it's a great phrase, pop a squat in this chat. And I'm surprised it's taken that long, considering what we've talked about. Coming from you, that's just gold. Thank you.
Thank you. Am I like rejuvenating you guys because you like to be my dad? Like,
the pop a squat is a whole lot better than Jeff's steak chuck beard. So I'm just saying.
Oh boy.
Just saying.
I don't know. I'm thinking Jeff did the squat thing later.
That's true.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like a river. It was not a good time.
oh no. Oh no, no.
It did stop for ice cream later. That was
I'm
fun.
hungry. Hey, we're up to 25 viewers, so anytime Jeff talks about throwing up and Maddie talks about taking a dump, then
Well, I didn't take a dump. You didn't.
You didn't poop for 26 hours?
26 hours and then
okay. In my circles, pop a squat means you are sitting down and taking a dump. I'm just
dropping a deuce. Yeah.
Well, I mean, popping a squat must come from what people must envision Asians doing because that's how they use the bathroom. And that was a culture shock when I lived there, was popping a squat to use the toilet.
Oh,
yeah.
This is the sentiment on the show right about now. This is it right here.
Oh, I got the same one sitting right next to me. I hate that they have the same minifig for all of their sets.
Right?
Their
Change it
outfits
up.
are different. The outfits, well, I mean, I think JB's outfit is the same, but the Jack and Parker figures actually do have different outfits on. If you see them. Like sometimes there's a jacket, sometimes it's a hoodie, sometimes it's a different T-shirt or whatever. Like they at least their torsos vary a little bit.
I guess.
Sometimes Jack has sometimes the baseball cap is on backwards and there's like a little hair sticking out.
Oh, you mean this one, Jack? I like his red jacket. Like I totally would use that in wherever.
Right, so the thing about that is the hidden side sets. Jack comes with a red jacket in the vehicles, and then he comes with a white jacket when he's stationary.
That's his hoodie.
This is his hoodie. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
the pattern emerges. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but the white is, I believe, meant to be the hoodie that's under the jacket. Like that's
Yeah.
I get that.
That I did not know. All right, Mr. Sandlin, since we've talked about that, what else? What are you up to today?
Well, the reason I know so much about hidden side characters is because I have a small Paul who's not with me tonight, but he has all of the sets, and also Get Inside Bus. It was on sale on the Walmart website last week, so I got 2 of those. And I'm currently sitting here sorting that. And I'm currently putting all of that lovely, lovely bright light in one bag for the time.
To throw out.
How dare you, sir? Of course, the one you're probably hoping I throw it at your house, right, Mister? I collect all the colors.
I never build with that yellow.
Yes, but you collect all the colors obsessively.
I do. My OCD collect them all, so I have to have every part, every color.
I mean, I have to admit, I love that color. I really do. Of all the new colors Lego has come out with, Chima Yellow, as we call it, is one of my absolute favorites.
Nobody calls it that.
It's Wall-E yellow.
Wall-E yellow. See, I'm using it on stripes on this right now. So
it's good that way.
This is I have this palette that I have on my desk at all times with everything that I can represent in a 1x2 form, all the colors. It's kind of fun.
That's a good idea.
You know what? That sounds like a good build challenge for one day soon. Is for one of you guys that have all the colors to put a drop of brick of every color, shake it up, and we make a spaceship of the 3 colors you draw out.
Oh boy.
You first pull is primary color, second pull is secondary color, third color is greeble color.
Greeble?
Greeble, the detailed machinery bits on the spaceship, right?
I really like that. We should do that.
We're gonna do that in light springish green yellow.
And maybe what we should do is put like major colors in that we would have enough for the major color. You know what I'm saying? In one draw, in one bag, and then the secondary and the greeble colors and everything.
Greebles. This
there's greebles right there. Look at
that's
greebling. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I got it.
Greebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
Greebles wobble. Yeah.
I'm a newbie, but I still got it. I'm so sorry.
Yes, Alyssa, I call it Chima Yellow, but it is Wall-E Yellow. It is one of my absolute favorite colors, and I'm running out. I'm glad I got the bus so I can pull some of that color, but I'm thinking I'm going to Bricklink some tomorrow because literally I'm just scraping enough 1x1 plate or 1 by whatever plates to make these stripes on this, and then we'll be about out. So
that's the goldenrod, right?
Yeah, I guess I would call it.
Hey, Chris.
One of my favorite Simpsons line where Lisa's getting copies and she's like, I want this on Canary and this on Goldenrod and this on, and the guy is like, yes, 20 copies yellow.
Look at those stacked plates. That's crazy.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Hang on. This is crazy. Look at that.
See, Jeff and I could get together and have some organizational talks because I'm also a little obsessive compulsive. So that's just the small parts drawer. So
Matt, I'm not sure I want you to come. I'm not sure I want you in my house because you'll be like, what's going on here?
Here you go, Chris. Chris, here's the brick section.
Wow,
you got a lot. Man, I need to borrow something.
We could trade for some sand blue.
Do I have sand blue? Oh, I use sand blue on my house. Did I show you all this? I don't know if this is something I built a couple hours on Thursday or Friday. Is it Friday? No, Saturday. I built
it's
on this
terrible.
Saturday.
You should tear it apart and start over.
Yes, thank you. This is a vignette for our club for the minifigure. So she's jumping off the roof. Mom is freaking out. The little brother is holding the ladder, and Daredevil Dad is freaking out inside too. So this is my vignette.
It's so good that it makes other people not want to make one.
You know what? I've heard on good authority that fellow has turned in his mock to Dana, and it was very, very good. So I want to inspire, not discourage by whatever. So
the one that you made with the tentacles should be submitted to Lego Ideas. It's insanely good, Chris.
Well, I appreciate that. That's very kind.
Very good. You're very good at vignettes. I mean, you build a lot of spaceships, but you could probably make a living making vignettes and selling them. Seriously, they're very good.
Profit.
Well, it's good to be limited, and when you build a spaceship, it's almost you're unlimited. I mean, no, I'm serious, because you can just go all this crazy crap when you want to build a spaceship this big, and you build one tons bigger. So building the vignette and having the size limit makes you concentrate it down a little bit better, and so it's fun to do that. In fact, what I'm building here with this rover, I got aggravated with it, so I said, well, let me just jump on this, and Jake and I had come up with the idea for it, and so just kind of whipped that out really fast. A little bit Saturday morning, and then I had to do a bunch of stuff to do, and a little bit Saturday afternoon. So,
but the thing about your vignettes is that they convey a story and they convey movement. So, like you did the one with the tentacles, and the space guys look like they're running away from the tentacles, and you're doing this one, and you can hold it back up there so that people can see it. You're watching the moment right before she runs off the roof, and you can see the motion of the parent running out of the house. Like, you capture not only story, but you capture action, which is really hard to do with static bricks. So I know you're modest and blah blah blah, but you're very good at this. I was being sarcastic earlier when I said it was too good. You should tear it apart. It's excellent. All right. I mean,
that's very kind. Thank you.
It's so hard to get action out of bricks. I mean, I build buildings. My buildings don't go anywhere, right? They just stand there. To convey a sense of movement is really difficult. So,
well, I appreciate it. That's very nice. Thank you very much.
Okay. I'm surprised no one's called out, Matt, the fact that the Chima orange bin was Chima orange in color. Did no one catch that? Are all your bins color coded to your parts?
As much as possible.
Oh,
yes.
dear.
Okay, so yeah, Matt, we need to talk.
When they made a drawer in light azure blue, guess what went in that drawer?
I want everything in white. That's my.
There's none in white, so that's a problem.
All mine are clear, so. Mark actually was doing something that I wish I would have done to start with when it comes to new colors and stuff. And I'm not sure. I think one of y'all even mentioned it. Is when you get a new color, even though you're sorted by parts and you've got parts and colors mixed in part drawers, when you get a brand new color in a rare color, you actually keep it together for a certain point, like he's doing now. I wish I would have done that with a few colors.
Yeah, all of my pick-a-brick cups on top of here are basically full of colors that I don't have enough of really to sort into the rest of the collection. So yeah, I've got my bright light.
Whoa! What happened there?
I have no idea.
Canadian Beaver stopped pedaling.
Okay, look, okay, all the Canadians are on the bottom row there, so there we go.
I had to
reshuffle. Does anybody smell back bacon? I think I smell back.
I think we're overwhelming Bell Canada.
Greg.
That's right. That's right. Hey, we gotta throw up the sign, man.
I can't do that.
The Canadian waffle leaf, is that what that is?
I was like,
Mr. Greg Gilshaw, how are you today?
Good. How's everyone there?
Cold.
Not enough snow.
We are in like the snowless bubble. It literally surrounds us everywhere. Like if you go like an hour north, Snowmageddon. If you hang left, Snowapalooza. It's like, except for us, we've got like this tiny dusting of garbage. And that's it.
And no snow at the same time, right?
Yes.
Maybe you should go out and sacrifice an ice cube on the back porch or something. I don't know.
That's right. We need to pray to the beaver. Take it as you will.
Save a beaver. Eat a tree? No.
Justin?
Save a tree, eat a beaver.
Sounds like
every time when I see Gil.
Hey, sweetheart.
One of those times when you flash that thing up, it's going to come back. I'm going to be shirtless.
All right.
There we go.
We're wearing a shirt like Ryan did that day.
No, not that again.
Oh.
Not again.
Not sure. He was like a really bad version, like this you know, but all the mystique you didn't want to see. Oh, yeah.
Hey, I got a scoot. My old lady asked me to do things in the kitchen so that something, I don't know, I stopped paying attention halfway through. But I got to go to the kitchen to do something.
Well, Jeff, it's been good
Good
to
luck.
see you. Always a pleasure that you come by. Thanks, Jeff. See
I
you,
don't
Jeff.
want to. Bye.
Bye, Jeff. I don't wanna.
I don't wanna. So.
Well, guess you should have thought of that before. Anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, so an update on the cup of tea I was having made for me. Ended up, I had to go to the fridge and get a Coke Zero. Didn't quite work out very well for me.
Like a true Alabamian.
Yeah, I thought it was coming, and so I walked down. Maggie was doing something outside, and the Target lady came and delivered some Lego for me.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, thanks for the tea. And it's like, okay. So I walked back in. They're eating. There's some chicken nuggets. Like, where's the tea? They're like, didn't make you any. I said, oh, okay.
Coke is like the tea of Georgia or of the South.
Yes.
Is it not?
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, I'm having a lovely 7-Up Zero myself. If I drank a Coke Zero right now, I'd be up to 4 a.m. So I can't.
That is actually part of the idea. I'm like, I want to just build for the rest of the day and evening, and I'm happy to have a late night here. I need some help, actually. I need some creative suggestions. So,
What are you building?
Well, I'm rebuilding. I'm doing a Jeff. So I was working on rebuilding my Jabba's palace I built, and then I just decided to scrap it and start all over again from scratch for a few reasons. But if anyone knows what Jabba's palace is, right? This is the base of it right now, and this is a trapdoor that's gonna function. I want the trapdoor gate functioning. Here is like the viewing area, the hole that goes down to the Rancor pit. And I'm trying to make something realistic as the movie would sit. So I really wanted to work on some grills and some grates that work in this space.
Oh,
I did it with like 1x2 rounds and some plates, and then I'm trying to play around with these and try to make some sort of contraption that's too big. So I'd love to know if anyone's got any ideas for some grills to look through to see Rancors.
Would it not be easier just to use bars?
Yeah, I mean, you could use bars, but the design was not just bars. It was like this fancy kind of floral design that wasn't just straight bars across. So mine kind of looked bar-like. You want to have a little bit of texture in there. I can't copy the design because that's too hard to do, but some sort of texture. But the bars is a good suggestion because it's the only one I've got. So thank you.
What I have seen some people use before is they use those old robot bodies, and they use them. So it gives them. It's not just a grid; it's like an offset grid and stuff. So I've seen them use that before, and it's kind of small, but I've seen them also use the nautical wheels. You know, the ones with the 4x4 round, and then it's got the 8 sides. Hey Rich, and then it goes, and then they just use they just go off on each of those, so it makes like sort of a rose cluster for each. But but that's a small space to have that kind of.
Okay, I might get around with that. That's better than what I'm piddling with at the moment. Anyway, because mine's way too big. Thank you,
Martin. When I first got into coming back to building mocks as an adult, I actually had an ambition to do a Jabba's palace, but the thing that always gave me issues was if you watch the movie from the outside, the palace is round. But then when you go to look at the rooms inside the palace, they're all square. So I was always like, I wanted to make it both round and square at the same time.
It's troubling, right? None of the movie stuff. I think that's a lot with a lot of the Star Wars. Like at Hoth, the Rebel base. Yeah, the Millennium Falcon somehow gets through those doors, but it can't. It's just way too big. But it happens because it's movie and TV, which gives so much creative freedom. But I think I've got a Star Wars guide here, and I'll always go on Pinterest. I think the palace was round, but all interior, right? It's built on multiple levels into the rock face, but it's a tricky one. So I just went with square like more.
Because they go in the doors, but then that stairwell then curves around, like it's curving around the outside. So almost like that which would make sense. He's got a lot of protection down there or something. It's like the palace room is almost underground almost, and then you've got the Rancor pit under that. So I guess I don't know.
Which would fit with him being a slug, being underground. Like maybe he's more comfortable underground.
Yeah. By the way, did y'all notice that everybody who spends time on Tatooine, Boba Fett gets dad bod. Then what's his face that took over for Boba Fett? He's got. I mean, he made me look slim, and I don't know if Crate Dragon is high in saturated fats. I don't know what's going on, but people there are pounding it on a little bit there.
It's
So.
those frogs that sit next to the throne. They're actually garlic butter.
It may be margarine. You know, it is in the future.
Well, that big hookah thing is full of like ranch.
So
it is America.
A ranch hookah would be great. I could be.
A ranch hookah. Ew.
That sounds like a great band name. Well, welcome to the stage, Ranch Hookah.
That sounds like something you get at Texas Roadhouse. I like a ranch hookah for the table.
With the 72
and
ounce
some butter
steak.
roll.
Yeah,
72 ounce steak. That's right.
There is a Patton Oswalt stand-up bit where he talks about Black Angus and the Gauntlet of Angry Food. And everyone should go listen to that because it's hilarious.
Hey, Nathan, you had a question in the chat about your drawers, and I'm assuming that it's about your storage unit and not your pants. But go if you could answer that really fast.
Well, the pants are from the white ones here are IKEA Alex drawers. They're really nice. They're nice, shallow. They're almost like map drawers. If I had the choice, I would get actual map drawers. But those are like
super expensive.
Thousands and thousands of dollars.
Those are more insanely expensive than the Alex drawers.
Yes, these are 150 Canadian for these guys. So
like $6-7 American.
Yeah, $6 or $7. Yeah, exactly.
Do you have some other trays or sorting things in those drawers? Because I've got one set and I found it hard to find anything to put in there.
So I made my own custom. I just bought poster board and cut it into inserts for it, and I have typically about 12 inserts per drawer, and it works out really well. It's a bit of a pain to make these. I sit down and watch a movie and I make maybe 30 or 40 of these inserts, and then I can bring them out, put them on my table, and I can put them back in and shuffle them around as I need. It's a really flexible system for a growing collection. So
when we went to help Mel Brown, he's got those too. And what he's got inside his inserts are from Target. There's some Target ones that fit really well in those smaller drawers.
I have these trays, which I got from a local dollar store. I don't know if you could find anything similar, but they fit really well, 2 per drawer, and so I have these in there as well.
Okay.
And they're only $3 Canadian for. Isn't this? Look at those are all like snot brackets and bricks. It's a delicious looking tray. Oh, I love it.
It's like a hungry man dinner for nerds.
Yep.
So one of our local Atlanta guys, Connor Lill, he went around when Radio Shack went under, and they were clearancing everything out, and he bought their pull-out drawer trays, which are pretty close to map drawers.
Yeah.
It's amazing. They're very nice. They're metal. The slide mechanism is super smooth. When I saw what he had done, I was intensely jealous.
Yeah. Have you ever been to like a hardware store or something where they have the small parts organizers, and they have big sections that are on rails that roll back and forth?
Yeah.
I want that so badly. It would be so good because you could just like move a section out of the way, and you could put all your less access stuff in the back. And It'd be
If
so
I had them-
condensed. Oh man.
the money, I would get the like antique letterpress drawers. Like
Yeah.
they're about like an inch and a half, and it's wooden, so like you could have it in your living room. It would be discreet. You can pull out the whole drawer and then have the organizing. And I was really jealous because my brother found one in the garbage. It was probably like this big, this tall, and it had all made out of wood. And man, that would be ideal. And then when I was like eBaying it, I was like, oh man, not only are they like $600, but it's like $600 for shipping because it weighs 100 pounds. Like, no.
You need to find a post office that's going out of business.
Yeah.
Well, in the little city, I guess, that my mom is from, the local library in Peterborough was going out of. No, they weren't shutting. They were digitizing. So their Dewey Decimal Card system. They were getting rid of it, and they had one of those. It looked like the beginning of Ghostbusters, I guess.
Yeah.
They had those heavy oaken drawers. So she took them all, but it nearly killed me getting into her basement. Like the thing must be like 400 or 500 pounds.
Man.
But I was thinking afterwards though, like for like small parts and stuff, it would be amazing because exactly like you're saying, Matt. It looked like furniture, right? It's beautiful. Right?
Well, that was the other thing that I thought about. I was like, okay, like I missed that part because I'm so young. Like when all those libraries were digitizing, getting rid of those cards. But had I had the opportunity to buy one of those, that would have been amazing for parts, and then also to like have it so like if you had people over, they wouldn't judge you and be like, what are all these clear bins? Like, why do you have all this Tupperware full of Lego? Like,
Tupperware,
just own it. Just own it.
So the IKEA are a nice kind of in between the Tupperware and the nice oaken drawers. They actually do kind of look like furniture. They're nice.
So I've looked into how much I need of those, and it's looking like about $7,000 worth.
Well, whose fault is that, Rich?
I can only blame myself. Yes.
It sounds like a you problem, not a me problem.
It is a me problem, but it's going to look really great.
No.
While I was doing my reorganization, I was keeping track of the bins that I have. Like I literally have a spreadsheet, but we won't even go there. Of my entire Lego room laid out. But I've managed to count the bins, and I have like $3,200 worth of plastic bins alone in my room. Wow, $3,200.
Money well spent.
I've been watching your posts, Jeff, and seeing it all slowly, come together and the sorting and all that stuff beforehand. I'm just the thing that crosses my mind. It's like, is that all due to like a massive breakdown? Like not emotional breakdown, but like a build breakdown.
It was behind my Lego room walls. There's another quarter of the house, the basement, and my kids used to have a big table set up there, or a bunch of tables set up there where they played with Lego. And I wanted to turn that into like a place they can hang out with a couch and a day bed and stuff. So like a gaming room. Gotcha. So at that point it was like, okay, let's take some of your sets. If you don't want them, we'll put them in a bin. We'll put them in the collection. Plus some of my stuff, I just decided to break down some of my older mocks.
Right.
But yeah, it's a combination of that, and that caused my table full of bins. And sorting that into the collection, I had bins that were overheaping with stuff, and it's like, okay, I'm going to reorganize this. And it just, one thing led to another. So, but I'm glad I did it.
One thing led to another. That's also a great one right there. Like, one thing led to another. And, I only had a small Tupperware container, and then boom.
Yeah. I've probably spent several $100 on Ziploc bags.
Yeah. The bag situation.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh,
yeah.
Actually, you're not a real Lego fan until you have a bunch of Ziploc bags stuffed into Ziploc bags.
Yeah, no.
Somewhere in your house.
I have one
it right here. This is my bag of bags.
Yes, when you have a bag of bags, you know that you're in.
That's right. Hey, Rich, man,
my bag.
bag inside of a bag.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Paper instead of a bag. Like,
And
more
you never have the
bags.
bag size you need.
I gotta share something with you guys about this thing I was considering the other day. Do you guys have these steel framed small parts drawers?
I used to, but they drove
Yeah.
me nuts. So
I don't mind these ones, but I have I bought these other ones, these cheaper plastic ones.
Yeah.
And look, so these guys have a little lip at the back,
Right.
which is good. It keeps them from sliding out of the frame completely. These ones don't. The lip is on the frame, which effectively cuts out the top quarter inch of the drawer because you can't, and it drives me crazy.
Incredibly annoying.
Who thinks
Incredibly
about this stuff, right? I could have saved a quarter inch from the drawer.
Well, what I hate is when you're pulling the drawer out and there's one part just in the way.
Yeah.
You can't jimmy it out, and you're like, you're running your finger down there to knock it down, and get out of there, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Totally there. Been there. In fact, you need more drawers. That's what that means.
Well, yeah.
But there's a trick to
That's all
that.
that
Like, if you get it stuck, you can take the drawer above it, pull it out, and then rearrange the pieces, right?
Nope.
Until it's
no
drawer.
Oh.
No, you don't do that because when you're a man, force is the universal tool, and you just keep pulling until something breaks or it works for you.
Use
What
the
could go wrong?
force. Oh my gosh. We just
Or
got one of
that piece falls behind the table, and you're like, I'm never seeing that again.
So many pieces.
Part I don't
under
know
this.
anymore.
Oh man.
All right, hey Rich, we hadn't acknowledged your presence too much. Welcome. How are you doing? Are you still a hobo, or what's going on?
No, I live in Pennsylvania. I am speaking to you from my lovely home, which has spotty internet connection. It's 4G right at the moment, but who knows how long that will last. I've spent the day shoveling snow, and after I was done, no difference. It all snowed again, and it was like just as high. It was weird.
Oh, it's like Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan, Pennsylvania, whatever. Yeah, I went to Walmart too and bought $600 worth of stuff for the house that I needed immediately, like a table and chairs to sit on for the day.
But you swiped the toilet paper from the hotel, right? You didn't need to get that.
What?
Did you bring the? He brought the towels from the hotel.
No, I had to buy towels too so I could take a shower after getting all sweaty shoveling the snow. Gil, thank you for all the snow that you didn't get. I appreciate that.
My pleasure. There's
It's all
plenty
right
more.
outside here, outside my window. I'll ship it to you later this week.
All right.
Rich, in all seriousness, people have heart attacks shoveling snow. Don't overdo it.
No, it's just a little bit at a time, and then since we live in the village, they have a little bobcat running around with a plow shovel thing, and I actually got the guy to actually shovel out my area so I could get the car out so I could go to Walmart earlier today.
Good.
And by the time I got it back in to the garage, yeah, my wife was shoveling too, and 2 hours later, couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell that the guy had kabooted it. That's a word too, kabooted.
Kabooted it?
Kabooted it.
The thing is made by Kabuta.
Kabuta, yes. The little Kabuta bobcat.
Kabuta was a Jedi, wasn't he?
He's been running that thing around the village here all day and middle of the night too. And it's like no difference except for a big pile of snow somewhere.
Well, all that aside, congratulations for being in.
Yeah.
That's great.
Thank you.
Thank my wife.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for
I'm
giving
here.
Rich a home.
Yeah,
Home.
once I get a decent internet connection, I'll do a live chat, but that's not happening today, and that might be Friday. That'll be after I go back and get, hopefully, almost everything from the storage.
Well, if you have any trouble, today we learned from Maddie how to pop a squat for a day,
Yeah.
in an
And my wife
airport.
said,
So.
My wife said she's available and no visa required.
Well, for sorting, yeah, you just come right on.
I'm
Yeah.
a sorter.
Buy airplane ticket should be right there.
Hang on, I gotta let the dog out. I'll be back. He's about to take a pop a squat in my room.
It's not that bad happen.
I was going to say that, letting the dog out was a euphemism for popping a squat, but whatever.
It is. Don't be
Hey,
fooled.
I want to come back to something Maddie said.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm being so quoted right now. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, let's do it.
I mean this in a,
Oh, spotty internet connection.
I mean this in a positive way, okay?
Okay.
You're new to the hobby and you're worried about other people judging you for being in a Lego.
Yeah.
Don't. You know, people have drug addictions, alcoholism. It's a much less terrible addiction to have, Lego, right? So
Well,
just own it.
I totally feel you in that. Like, I had this conversation with my mom. We went to the thrift store and I darted to the toy section to look for Lego. And she also darted to the toy section to look for puzzles. And then I was like, do you understand my affliction? Like, you're doing the same thing with puzzles that I'm doing with Lego. And she's like, okay, you're right. Because, like, we'll stand there and we'll count out the puzzle pieces to make sure that they're all there. And I'll stand there and go through the boxes and see that it's all legit Lego. And she's like, I don't judge you for liking the hobby, but like, man. And I'm like, man, like, like.
Or
The other
Now-
thing that you'll find is that it gets a lot easier. You don't have to justify it as you start to build more mocks. So if someone comes over to your house and they're like, holy cow, that's gorgeous. Did you make that? And you'll be like, yeah, it's my art. I mean, I tell people, it's my art outlet. You know, some
Just be
people,
like,
my spouse does creative writing. He writes short stories and he's working on a novel. And I build things out of plastic. And that's my art. You know, I mean, and I'm just, you know, I understand. I think we all at some point had a phase where we were concerned about other people judging us for working with a kid's toy. Just own it. It's easier.
But I think nowadays it's getting easier because, as we've all seen, Lego has really introduced that adult market. So we've seen, like, you know, the Friends TV show, we've seen Big Bang Theory, we've seen all these different things that people are into and they're buying outside of Lego. Like, I have a friend who was like, yeah, I bought that for my sister because she loves Friends.
Right.
Not the Friends Lego, but like the Friends TV show. And I was like, oh, so you understand? She's like, no, I don't understand, but like it's still cool that Lego made something for adults. And I was like, rolling my eyes, like, oh my god,
it's all for adults. That's the secret.
Yeah, that's definitely the secret, Nathan. I think that I maybe sort of kind of cared when I was about 23, but after that, I didn't care anymore. And this is back in the day when nobody collected Lego. No adults.
I'm sorry, I beg to differ. He cared a lot when he had to tell me about the storage unit full of Lego. He cared a lot. And he was 40 then, so.
Oh my god.
Yeah, when he had to tell me there was an entire storage unit full of Lego, that was a tough one for him, I have to say. No, yeah, he says no, but yeah. He was thinking, oh my God, if I tell her now, will I ever get laid?
PG-13 or.
I'm sorry, do we have a secret there?
No.
I thought this was adult only.
No, but it's
PG-13.
PG-13.
Hey, I didn't say
mild stuff.
Yeah.
But I have to say, like, I got some of my old Lego sets back from China, and I had purchased some stuff in Berlin, and I didn't realize what I had bought in Berlin. And apparently, you know, I've been saying, like, I only bought the Detective Modular set, and I only bought the Berlin Architecture set, but I got these manuals back, and I was like, I had 2 other Lego sets that I didn't know about. That's how you know that was a problem like early on. So I found out that I had these 2 creator sets as well, but not the pieces. I have no clue where the pieces are. They're probably still in China. But it cracks me up because I now I understand that even though in my dark ages I was blinded by it, like I still had this need or this compulsive need to
Totally.
to buy more.
Well, to tell you the truth, like, you know, I kind of got out of it by the time I was like 16, 17. You buy the, when you're sort of getting into other kind of stuff. And I was like a total straight for like the longest time. Like, it was just, like just all like the regular, stuff, the drinking, the out all the time, the bars, the clubs, and all that and all my friends were the same thing. And they were good, they're all good folks and good guys, like they're brothers. But like for the nerd stuff, there was 1 or 2 of them, maybe borderline, but the rest of them totally no. And when I got back into it, I didn't tell anyone for years, which was so amazing, like, that I met up with Chris and Mark and everyone else, because finally, when I did get back into it, it's like, wow, here are other people, maybe I'm not a freak, but, during or not, but yeah, I know. But
yeah, I think I'm totally a freak. That's not the point.
During all that time, I would kept on drawing, even when I wasn't building. I would draw the Lego and stuff. But skip forward to our 40th birthday party that we had here. None of my friends knew, 8 or 9 guys, their wives, all that kind of stuff. They come down here on the house tour, they see the thing, they love it, right? And they think it's the best thing ever. So all that time, it was worrying about nothing, right? So that's, and like, and I think maybe too, because when you get older, you don't care anymore. But yeah, I find now, just like you were saying, it's become so mainstream, and nerd culture is so much more accepted that, just don't have pride, like, in a good way, right? Like, just walk without pride, because, enjoy what you enjoy, and then people will like it because they like you. So
it's the power of the internet, honestly.
Yeah,
like,
yes.
Like, the last 9 months, I think 6 months of it, 7 months of it, I was living in the dark. I didn't even know that there was this kind of community out there, right? And because of...
It's like all the people who were picked last for kickball were all out there.
They're all out there on the internet, and they're like, hey, I do the same thing. And you're like, oh, yeah, no way, me too. But that's the beauty of the power of the internet, I guess. Like, I couldn't imagine being in this hobby in the early 90s and only having AOL and dial-up and being like, I'm such a freak because I don't
Chris still has AOL.
Many of us had to endure that. Dial up and Wreck Toys Lego. I mean,
yeah, exactly. Like those early days, like, I mean, when I first discovered Lego online, it was that, and I've been trying to think of that guy's name. He did like the Royal Space Force, like he was him, Pat Justison, a couple of the other like really early guys, and nobody was connected yet, except through those BBS boards or whatever. But yeah, I remember when I discovered them. And like, oh man, it was just like I couldn't believe what people were doing. And I think about a year after that is when I discovered Brick Shelf or whatever, and then probably Lugnet after that, I guess. But Lugnet, man, was like, that's the thing that glued us all together back those days.
Oh yeah.
Well, thank you for being the foundation of all of that. Like, because without that, I think I would have been a lot more self-conscious. Like I say, I am self-conscious, and I am. Like, let's not get it wrong. It's still one of those things that I feel like I would be judged for, and I definitely have been in the last couple of months. But it's also one of the things that's like, who cares? Like, exactly. At least I'm not sticking a needle in my arm or living under a bridge. Like, I'm loved and people care.
Exactly. Or sleeping in a handicap spot. Or sleeping in a handicap spot in the airport for 26 hours. You're not doing that.
Yeah, at least I'm not sleeping in a handicapped stall in an airport for 26
Hi, Global.
So,
And
hey,
that
have you ever wondered if drugs would be cheaper than all this?
I know drugs would be
No.
cheaper than all of
Some
this
days.
in a way, but not really. Because I looked at my budget and I was like, oh my God. I think it was in September I spent maybe $1,500 on Lego. So like people
Don't let Rich
people
know.
look people look at my collection and you know,
That's
my mom's
my
like, oh,
August budget.
Rich was like, "That was last Friday." What do you say?
that's Friday.
That's my August budget for Brick Fair.
But it's like you know, I think my mom thinks that the majority of Lego that I have in my room, I've got to be a little bit hush. My mom thinks that the majority of the Lego in my room is my family collection, but it's actually stuff that I spent money on that she doesn't know. Like I would go for walks with my backpack and it would like come home with Lego. Like, you know?
Truly belong here.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who has snuck Lego in the house without their spouse knowing?
Well, I tried to do it today, like with the Target delivery. Like I could walk around and oh, there was also that.
So the other
Do
thing
you
is
really
that
expect me to answer that question?
no, don't answer that question.
I'm not going to answer that question.
Oh, it's
On the grounds it might be incriminating. No.
Plead the fifth, Rich.
Will be.
Do you guys all have the secret Tupperware container filled with unopened Lego that nobody knows about? Because I have one of those.
Closet over there, yes.
Yeah. That's what you see the opaque ones for. That
I can't not open Lego. That's my problem.
Oh my god.
Well, that's interesting.
This stuff I haven't gotten to yet. So.
that's kind of neat. Now, if those are just
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, I need these in black. I
Yeah.
haven't any. I need, and then one more row over here, and then I'll cover it up, and that gives me enough, like a round detail that I need.
yeah.
What
How
about
about
that?
the sorry, go ahead, Chris.
What about that new piece that comes in the Orient set? So a lot of the Chinese sets, this kind of square.
Yeah, I've got
little
some of
piece.
those here. Where are they?
Ooh, I've got one of the Chinese sets here.
Yeah, the square railing pieces. Those are nice.
Yeah,
too.
that would look really good. I think that would match up the movie a little better.
Might work well. Let's see. Someone tell me what it is. That's
Speaking of the China sets, if anyone has a family dinner set they want to sell, let me know. I really want that. Like I saw it in China and didn't buy it,
Here,
and I
these
should
guys.
have bought it.
I just wanted to point out how old is Chris that he said the Orient.
oh,
I know. That's what I was
I'd like to
thinking.
send this to Sarah Ann via autogyro, please.
My brain went to the actual sets from the. Never mind. Shut up.
The Orient Expedition. Yeah, those guys.
how?
Yeah, look at that.
That's it exactly. I need that. Thanks. That'll
Yeah,
work.
that's
What
the
are they?
bee's knees, man.
3x4.
through the TV.
I can't read the number anymore.
I'm looking it up.
Oh,
Now that
No, you've got old.
Look, the
Old.
glasses down, squinting.
Old.
Yeah. See, Maddie,
You've got
these we have
old.
to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
I'm there.
glasses are
I'm there now.
Hey, at least you're not like my brother. My brother has contacts, and when he's reading something, he will grab his contact and pull it down so he can read something and put it back in. I'm like, dude, it's gross.
Oh
It's-
man.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh. Yeah, these are great. I've been looking forward to a place to use these.
We're all
I've
old
got-
here, right?
I mean, I've got glasses that are progressive, but I still need a magnifying glass for some things. It's crazy.
The worst is when you gotta bust out your phone to take the picture and then
Oh.
blow it up.
You can get a magnifier app.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's an app that does that. That's right.
yeah.
Oh
There's a
no!
link in private chat and on the YouTube chat as well for that part. In
Oh, that
Brooklyn.
part. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm clicking right now. Oh, yes. Is that 1x3 or 4x3?
1x4x2.
1x4x2. That should work. Oh yeah. That's brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah, it's the same size as that other piece.
It's the same size as the other one I was using.
Yeah.
Awesome, brilliant. Thank you. And any other
So,
gratitude words that you can think of?
so Maddie, the Chinese
Hello.
set, the first ones that were only for sale.
Hello.
were only for
What?
sale.
Richard?
Oh wait,
What's
wait,
happening?
Hold on a second.
oh wait, 1 second. What?
Hold on a second.
Chinese
Tom.
what?
the Asian sets that were only for sale in Asia, the first Chinese New Year's.
Yeah.
So one of my old hockey buddies is really into Lego, and so is another old hockey buddy. And I was talking about that set, and he's like, "Dude, do you want to get that Chinese New Year set?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but it's a lot of money because people are buying them in Asia and then mailing them."
Right.
So he said, "Oh," he says, "No." He goes, I got the hookup." I was like, "What?" He goes, "Well, you remember Jim? Jim has to travel to China twice a year for business, and so he's gonna go buy the sets, tear them out of the box, and put all the poly bags in his suitcase and bring them back to us."
Did you get
so
some?
That's how I got it.
Are you
Nice.
kidding? Because I was in China when the Chinese New Year set was there, the dinner, and it was only $40, like the equivalent of $40 US, and it's because they were trying to hype up Lego.
Hey guys, I have
in
to
China.
go. I got to catch up with a guy who was supposed to come see my door frames tomorrow, but I think he's putting it off. I might come back.
Alright.
We'll see.
Rich
Bye.
got to go see a man about a dog. All right.
But it was $40 US for that set, and I remember seeing it over and over and being like, "I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna buy it," and then I never did, and then it disappeared. And then when I came home to America, I was like, "I'm gonna just Google this and see what." $500? Are you kidding me?
What?
$500 without the box. I saw it on eBay for $450, $500 with the box, and the
Are you
reason.
serious?
Yeah, the reason why is because there's some pieces in there that they didn't ever mold for any other set. So I get that, but at the same time, I'm like, this would have had a pretty good market in the U.S., because it's so cute. It was a vignette of them eating Chinese dinner on a lazy season and spinning around, and it had all the meals. Oh, that one would have been so good.
Many of the printed tiles became available on Bricks and Pieces, so I bought some of the printed tiles with like the fish and the
right.
I'm terrible. I eat Korean a lot. But I'm terrible with the names for things. But the gyoza platter.
Yeah, make fun of me.
And the little
steam buns. Steam buns with the face on it, like the smiley. Yes. Yeah.
But even Chris can say poo-poo platter.
and probably
What
would.
a poo-poo platter.
There you go.
You've been here 4 hours.
Once a week, I get
Wow.
basically like a bento box from this Korean restaurant in Duluth, Georgia. And when I go there, I used to dine in once a week, but with COVID, I'm getting it carry out. When I go there, I am the only Anglo person there.
Oh
when I
no!
go to do the order, they always speak in Korean, and I always say like, I want to do a carry out order, and they're like, "Oh, that you guy." Like, I'm the guy. I'm the Anglo guy that calls up and orders from them.
That's something. Well, speaking of like Asian restaurants, something that they did in China that I was like culture shocked about was like they would charge you if you left any food on your plate. So like you always had to like go if you were hungry. But there's a couple. There's a couple restaurants in Cleveland that charge you now. Like if you don't finish, if you go to like the buffet before COVID, and then they would charge you for it. And I remember like my parents and I going to a hot pot Chinese place, and at the end we got charged like an additional $30, and they were like, "Why?" And it was because we didn't finish the stuff that they brought to us. Like, and it's a good way to cut down on waste, but I think it's still like, I don't know. That was my side rant. I'm sorry.
You would not survive in the South with that kind of policy. I'm just going to clear it right now.
Yeah. What you mean? Because people would eat it all, or because it would?
There's nothing ever left on the plate.
Yeah.
My grandmother called it getting fat on shame. It would be a shame to leave that on your plate. Here, I'll eat that.
My brother thought that there wasn't any calories associated with eating stuff off of other people's plates, so he would just eat other people's stuff and be like, "I'm not going to get fat." And he was like that chubby kid until he was 13.
I think I might be related to your brother.
Yeah. He was like, "If it's on someone else's plate, those calories don't count, right?"
Right.
Right.
You know, I think the best wedding we ever went to was my friend's brother, and the wedding was Mandarin. So his wife is from the mainland and stuff, and Man, that wedding was insane. Like 7 courses, and it just kept coming. Like it was like a nonstop parade of food, and then all the different colors, and then there's outfit changes. It was gorgeous. Like it was the most elaborate thing I think we'd ever been to. And in Canada, the Chinese community is huge. And originally they were Cantonese coming from Hong Kong, and then more recent years they've been Mandarin from the mainland. But yeah, even growing up within that community in our school and stuff, I'd never seen anything like this. The craziest thing was right behind us was this 10-foot table of Johnny Walker Red, of course. And there must have been about 20 26-ounce bottles. And then in front of that was about 100 packets of Marlboro cigarettes, right?
Oh wow!
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it was just you just come up and have yourself. And I smoked at the time, but by the time we left that thing, at one point I remember during one of the dances, everyone had so much to drink and it had gotten so out of control. I looked around, and the table we were at was on fire because of all the whiskey that had been poured over this thing in a drunken mess, and everyone's heaters are all over the place. Yeah. Things on fire, nobody notices.
That's a big wedding when somebody sets the table on fire and nobody notices.
I so believe it though, because if you've ever had Chinese whiskey, fire, man, is fire.
Yeah. It's like grain alcohol. Yeah, it's
oh my gosh,
it's strong.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Anyways,
disappear and let you guys talk about all your lovely foods, and I'm going to eat because I'm essentially eating. So thanks for that link, Jeff, on the art. That works. Got them ordered. So I'll see you on Thursday. Cheers, guys.
See you.
Yeah. So I was busting down a bunch of stuff in here to clean up the room, kind of like you guys are. And there's one set I thought, it's been together for years. I got to take this thing apart. But man, just taking the dust off it now, I don't know if I can. This thing, it's the agent's ship.
Yeah. Wow. Nice.
Oh, I can't get over the design in this thing. It is gorgeous, man.
I never had one of those.
Oh, it was the only way I got it is we were on a trip to Buffalo because I could never find it here. And I got it when I was down there. But that thing, like the angles in it, the playability on the inside, all the panels fold out, and the vehicles come out of the side and the bridge, and I'm like, I don't know if I can break this thing down. It's just too cool.
I used that canopy design to make a ship, a classic spaceship.
Right.
But the canopy glass on that ship, they're probably worth 10 or 15, $20 a piece on Bricklink. Just those windshields, because that's the only one that made them in that trans blue.
Really?
So it's a very rare part. Yeah.
Wow. I never knew that.
Sell it.
Yeah.
Don't sell it.
Sell it.
No. Sell nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Oh.
Is that
I have bags and bags of Bionicle parts, and I should sell them. I should sell them by bulk. I could make a few bucks, and I'm like, but what if someday?
Oh.
I might need that one part.
Yeah,
I can't get rid of it. I can't get rid of anything.
Time for everyone's favorite wheel.
Dude. I wish I could show you the extent of my wheel collection, because I build hot rods, and so every new wheel, I'm like, I need those. It's crazy.
Red.
Yeah, I know.
Hey,
the red wheels were very rare for a while.
Yeah, you can use those for classic space though, right there.
Yep.
Look at that.
Well, now they're going in the wheels bin.
That's,
Yeah, exactly.
That's nothing but tires.
So this bag here is all Chima plastic wheels and the old Castle these guys here.
They brought those back. They brought the old Castle red wheel that you just showed back in the Friends set. Yeah, they use it in the Friends baking competition.
Oh wow. Yeah, I've got, so that's, these are like hard plastic wheels. I've got, these are like some of my treads.
And like those treads were such a pain in the butt because of
terrible.
that grease, because they always dislodged, right? Because
Yeah.
they malformed and
Well, I've got about a 30-gallon tub of wheels and tires in there, and they've been in there so long and not been messed with.
They
I
go
think
white.
one day when I go in to look for a wheel, I'm going to go in and pull up, and the whole bottom, all the tires on the bottom are going to be all fused together. And it's going to pick up this big plastic rubbery, sheet or whatever on the bottom.
Yeah.
But what's aggravating to me is I don't use tires, but then when I want to go find them and I need 6, I can find 5, and that drives me bananas.
Exactly.
Rick Bunnies just said hashtag Horde Life, and I jokingly said, when are they ever going to have a Lego freak on Hoarders? Because that could be
Yeah.
Any of us?
Yeah.
any of us.
Every like Monday and Thursday. Yeah.
I love these.
Look at that! Look at that! That is a man wheel right there. Hang on, put that back up there.
I got all 4 of them actually.
Oh yeah,
those are cool.
Tonka truck.
Yep.
That is solid. That is solid rubber plastic. I mean, there's
here's the thing I want to show you guys that I picked up at a thrift store or something. Duplo had a weird Tulo. Do you remember Tulo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So these guys are really cool. They like actually would screw on. You'd have a little tool hex wrench thing that you would twist onto a frame. I have a bag of those wheels. It's just like, what have I ever? They don't fit on any standard Lego rim. It's so dumb.
Right.
But I have a bag of them.
Do you know what I love back in the day when they came out were these guys? These sort of like they taper in at the thing.
Yeah.
I thought these were like the coolest wheel for back in like what, the early 2000s?
Yeah.
Something like that. They're still kind of neat, but
Yeah, I'm using these. I can't remember. They were only on a set or two. These wheels here with this funky.
Yes.
That's the Technic tow truck. The blue Technic tow truck had those.
Yeah.
Oh, do you remember that yellow Creator truck where you had an odd number of those? Because I think like
It had a spare tire on the back.
right, that was it. Yeah.
404, I think.
Oh, that was so annoying. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you can still buy Tulo from Lego Education.
Oh, there you go.
Lego.
I think that actually the tire I really like is the new Jeep that has that chevron tread knobby tire, and there's a bigger version on it on a couple other vehicles. Those look really good and would really be good for space vehicles and stuff like that. So those are really nice. I actually like that Jeep Wrangler Technic set. I might grab it. It's a nice chunky set, but it's not super expensive. So it might be good as a shelf sitter. It looks really good.
But it's a Jeep.
But it's a Jeep.
Do
you not like Jeep?
Why would you want a Jeep?
Jeeps are all American, man.
Exactly. Why would you want a Jeep?
Because I'm American.
You want like something solid, like a Skoda or something.
I had one of those. They cut it off.
Because it was solid.
That's right.
Solid. Yeah.
Oh me. All right, we're at a buck and a half, an hour and a half. So we're gonna start winding this down. This has been a lot of fun, a lot of just relaxing. I've got some builds going on while we've been talking. This is the cab of my Rover that I'm making, so I'm filling it in here. Going to have some storage in the back and reactor-y stuff here, and this is the wheels it's going to set on. So I'll show you how this will kind of look when I get it going here. So.
Those colors make me want to like roller skate, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I wish.
Sorry, is that the windscreen for the Ghostbusters Ecto 1?
It is. Okay. Hey, Jeff, did you see this? I built it. I turned it on its side here. Did you see this, Smock?
Yeah, I did see that one.
Yeah. So it's the same one. It's on its side.
Okay.
So.
Cool.
Yeah, I love that canopy. I love getting a new. I mean, Felix. I think it was Felix Greco that said space is run by canopy or is governed by new canopies. When there's a new canopy out, everybody melts with it,
Yeah.
and which is great.
And Lugnuts was run by New Wheels.
There you
There's the
go.
same. Yep.
How is the Lugnuts community? Is it still going pretty strong?
No. Lino and I kind of officially retired it after we'd been running it for like 10 years. We just were like kind of drifting away a bit more and not being involved in our own challenges as much. And then we're just like, they started to get smaller and smaller. And so we're just like, okay, well, we're still pretty decent community and we still moderate the photos on Flickr. And it's, if you ever want to look at like, I would say probably the best curated collection of Lego hot rods is still our Lugnuts photo gallery, because we pretty regularly go in and make sure that it's good quality stuff. So that's about all we do though.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, and that's on Flickr, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So those vehicles are amazing, and so check those out. Super awesome. Well, we're gonna wind this thing down here. Anybody last thoughts or whatever? No, nothing.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're always welcome. If you want to join a little later, I believe Brick Blaze is going to do his Lego show at 9 Eastern, 8 Central on Twitch, and I may join him there. I know Maddie will probably be on there. You can join him there. We'll be back on Thursday. Don't know the topic yet, but I do want to talk to you guys offline about. I think the spaceship challenge with the 3 colors of random pick would be actually pretty fun. So let's talk about how to do that, maybe even in Discord, and so we can figure that out. That will be a lot of fun and a month challenge to build a space vehicle with the 3 colors that we pick. I think that will be super fun. So but anyway, thank y'all for joining us tonight. Thank you for being here. We had a number of viewers. We were always hitting 20, 25 at some point, which is good for us. And I appreciate it. Appreciate y'all joining us tonight. Hope you will join us again on Thursday at 7 Eastern. Have a great day. Do something amazing for someone. Be kind. And for crying out loud, wear a mask. Have a great night. Bye.